opportunity to get rich right there on the spot.
One of those times. There's been several. God didn't want me to have excess money.
Oh, yeah, blame it on God. Man. It's really
Sorry,
Jared's
Lord.
fault because he didn't have time.
Well, that's right. That's right.
She was telling me a while ago, she's a big, what's his name?
Oh,
Singer.
George Strait
Strait.
fan.
Mhm.
She's never got to see him. She heard he was going to be down at Tulsa.
Yeah.
And Penny, her daughter, found out, I guess, first and called her and told her she needed to go down and see him. So she called down to see what the tickets was.
I
Yeah.
looked it up on the internet.
$165 a
It's the
ticket.
cheapest.
I said,
Well,
that's
you
out.
could go there for 145. I told him we'd get a nosebleed and couldn't see him anyway at 145. So I
That's
guess
right. That's right. Well, you can see him better on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's right.
You can get up real close.
Yeah.
You didn't talk to him. He couldn't talk back. but
That's
you
right.
could talk to
That's
him.
right.
We were talking about shrimp,
Yeah.
and when Ange and I joined Meadowside Church down in Pittsburgh, our pastor asked us to go with them to represent the church at the National Association meeting the next year, and it was in Biloxi. And so we all traipsed off down there, you know, and we were staying at this Holiday Inn that had a all-you-can-eat seafood buffet.
My goodness.
And so we all went in there, you know, and man, they had shrimp all piled up in a big ice pile, you know, and that
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
was complete with the shells and the eyes and the little
wow.
feelers and all that
Peel
stuff,
them
you
off.
know, and at first it didn't look very appetizing, but it got real appetizing after we were about half a plate into it.
You probably could never get it that fresh again.
Oh no,
With the
no.
ocean being right there.
You know, they got a lot of signs around that say your supper slept in the ocean last night.
Oh my goodness.
I don't like
But
those-
anyway, they had. Go ahead.
I don't like those all you can eat places anymore because I can't eat hardly anything.
You don't get your money's worth, do you? So we had gone in there, and there was a sign in the front that said, "No carryouts!" Exclamation point.
Oh yeah.
Eat all you want, but eat it here.
Yeah.
No take home.
That's right.
Can't fill your purse.
So man, we were just chowing down
I
in
bet
there,
you.
and it was delicious.
Yeah. If you get
And,
it good and fresh, it's very good.
And Mary Mooney, that's our pastor's wife, she said, well, her daughter, teenage daughter, was back in the room, and she hadn't felt well that evening. And Mary said, "Well, I'd sure like to take some shrimp back to Paula, but I don't think they'll let me." And I said, "Oh, go ahead, Mary. Just squirrel some away in your purse there. You know, you're that's
Put them in
fine.
a napkin.
That'll be fine.
Yeah.
That'll be fine." So she and Angela kind of furtively got around, you know, to where they had some in a napkin, and they tucked it inside Mary's purse, and we got ready to leave, and we'd forgotten all about it, you know, and when we were walking up to the cashier, I noticed that there were a couple of police officers there that were paying their way out, you know, and
That
so.
reminded you.
Well, no, I didn't even think about it then, to tell you the truth. But well, there was one in front of us, and his buddy got in behind us, and so he paid out, and he was waiting out there on his friend. And we paid out, and just as we walked past him, his walkie-talkie went off and went. And Mary jumped about 6 feet in the air, thinking the shrimp alarm had caught us.
But we were at Red Top Motel. It's in Salina, and they had big buffet
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
And they had shrimp that night. And I told Jerry this. And just, we were in this booth, and then there were some tables in the middle, and then there was another row of booths, and we noticed this older couple, and I mean, they were feeble, you know, and we kind of remarked about, you know, I wonder if they're traveling or if they live here or what, because they were just so feeble. And we kept noticing how much shrimp they were eating. I mean, they'd get a plate and fill it up. And, you know, we'd go on talking and eating, and we'd look over, one would be getting up, and they'd be coming back with another big plate of shrimp. Well, we started watching them. And they had one of these plastic things at the time, my girls had them, to put their bathing suits in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And it was probably about that long and about that wide and probably about that deep. And they were dumping the shrimp in that thing. And
that was lunch for the rest of the week.
That's right. And Oliver said, if they put any more in that, as feeble as are, they're not going to be able to carry that out. So anyway, they got up and left before we did. And it just bothered the heck out of Oliver. So he said to the cashier, he said, that little couple carried out a whole bag of shrimp.
Uh-huh.
And the little cashier, she looked at it and she said, oh, we know about that. They do it every week.
Yeah.
They just let them do it.
Yeah, just write it off their taxes as helping the poor.
Yeah, they do it every week.
That's kind of like it was when we went to J.C. Penney's down in Pittsburgh.
Oh, my goodness.
And this little gal kept loading up her arm with clothes and stuff, and
Yeah.
took them back to put them on. When she came back out, she didn't have anything in her arms,
Yeah.
and she went up to the cashier and paid for one thing,
Uh-huh.
and they said, well, we told them about it. And they
Yeah,
said,
Jerry said she wore it out.
Yeah.
He said,
Yeah.
we know.
Yeah.
They said even if they had security, they couldn't do anything about it. The store, penny store, people said, just let it go.
Wow.
They'd rather-
Sometimes it's better to take the loss than
Call the police.
Yeah, I
And-
suppose. Than
and
to
there's
raise a
students.
ruckus.
The students, yeah.
Yeah.
They probably drove off several of them in the process.
Yeah. Yeah.
One
Could be.
shot.
Could be.
It's amazing.
That's funny.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, it's sad, but it's
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
still funny.
yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how they can do it. I mean, I walked out.
Well, we pay for
We
it.
paying for it.
Oh, you bet.
it's just like the way everybody can stay around on welfare
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
we're paying for it.
take a little chunk out of our
Yeah.
check.
Yeah.
Thank goodness there's people with consciences.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Thank goodness, and maybe someone in there that's helping us a little bit now.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, I'm proud of our president.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
doing a good job.
My goodness.
Yeah, he wants to put them back to work. Whether they'll get them to work or not, I don't.
He's trying to force them back in time.
Well-
I think he might.
I read somewhere last week that we have the lowest unemployment rate among blacks
Mm-hmm.
that we've had in like 10 years.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
they were
he's
saying
made some
yesterday-
changes.
give them a climate where you can make some jobs available,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and a lot of people will go to work.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of these single moms would tell me by the time I paid a babysitter and bought gas to go back and forth and paid, a
Yeah.
bus to go back and forth,
Yeah.
I might as well stay where I am. I'm making more off the
Yeah.
state than what I could do working a big
And
way for my
Obama
kids.
wanted it that way and
Yes,
wanted
he
to get
did.
more on there.
Well, he could
Yeah.
control them then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
It's
That's
all
right.
control
Well,
and
Sanders got
power.
in there. Would have been.
Oh, it would have been horrible if Clinton had gotten in. She'd have just
Oh
continued.
my goodness.
I mean, they would have had all of us under their thumb before long.
Yeah, that's right. Did you hear? Did you see on the internet where there were one of these little video groups had gone around New York City, and ostensibly they were doing this video for the next presidential election, and they wanted Sanders to run, and so they were saying, "This is what Bernie Sanders believes," and I want you to read through that and tell me which ones of these you agree with. And so, you know, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yep, check that one. They would check all 10 of them, and down at the bottom, they would flip a little card that says, these are things that President Trump is championing.
Blew them away,
And
didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, that can't be right. That can't be right. That's not what they've told me. You're lying to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
listen to anything but Fox anymore. And,
Yeah.
and some of it is a little bit
Oh yeah, it's a little shaky.
biased, I think. But
But they've always made the claim, you know, we report and you decide. And I think now, you know, they've got opinion shows that are opinion shows, and people get on there and they give their
Well, we don't
opinions.
like 'em.
But even on the opinion shows, you know, they will many times they'll try to get somebody on there that's pretty good at expressing the opposite opinion as
yeah,
well.
on when they have a group of
Right. Right.
five,
Right.
or they
Yeah.
and old Tucker
Carlson Tucker.
He's always got one on there he disagrees
He's
with.
funny.
Oh, he
He's
loves
funny.
arguing with him, doesn't
Yeah.
he? That, he just can't wait to get him on there so he can argue with him.
Yeah. And an old Juan Williams.
Oh, yeah.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Angela says, why don't they kick him off of there? I said, well, he's there just for that very reason.
Yeah.
You know, he articulates
Yeah.
the liberal point of view.
That's why he's there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, we said one time he's beginning to sound like the Republicans and told Jerry he better be careful, he'd be without a job.
That's right. That's right. Exactly. Mm-mm-mm.
But-
But I'll turn it over to MSNBC every once in a while just to find out what they're doing,
Yeah.
and then turn it over to CNN just to get my blood pressure up.
I get enough of that because just watching Fox News, sometimes they'll put them
Yeah. Yeah.
comments
Exactly.
on there
Uh-huh.
so that you can see what they've been saying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and then you get other news too
Oh
on
yeah.
the other stations. I mean,
Yeah.
like the train wreck that they had. We got more information from the other stations than we did Fox News, you
Hmm.
know. So
Mhm.
sometimes when other things
Yeah.
happen, well, you get
Yeah.
that.
It seems like to me it's weird even on Fox. Seems like they shut some of these things down fast. I mean, they'll have like the train wreck.
Mm-hmm.
They had it on there the first day all day long,
Yeah.
and a couple of days later, when they was just really finding out what happened,
Yeah.
they shut the thing down. You couldn't even find out what was going on,
I don't know.
and they.
But I'll guarantee you that most of that is survey driven. They know
Oh,
the people
What
that are
people wanna
watching
hear.
their channel, and they know the people that they want to go
Are
after.
you through with that, honey?
I am.
I never,
I'm just keeping my knee cold.
But if you want it, you can have it.
I'll let you.
I,
Thank you.
I don't know. They just very possibly. I think that could have been a terrorist deal. I mean, where it happened and
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
right where it would cause the most damage, they shot,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
but they never did come out and say it. So
Well, I don't know. You know, I'm wondering if the fire down at TWR wasn't terrorist oriented.
I don't think he knows about that. I saw it
Oh,
on Facebook,
yeah.
but I didn't
Yeah.
share it.
Down at Trans World Radio, their corporate offices down in
Oh.
North Carolina, there was they say it's arson, but
They
they
said it's investigating
yeah.
a crime, so.
but they haven't got, you know, they haven't told us anything more about it than that. But
That's too bad.
there are, you know, they're very effective at getting the gospel into Arabic and into the Farsi dialect. In fact, we've got Arabic and Farsi programs on LifeWord that we air through TWR, and so there's no doubt they're on
Word's getting
the hit list.
Mhm.
Yeah. You know, we try to watch that pretty carefully down at LifeWord.
That you
You,
do.
you don't get in there without somebody buzzing you in.
you know, they're probably very possible. They figure even if it's terror related, that they'd be better off not saying anything about it. That don't give the
Yeah,
terrorist.
yeah. It doesn't give them the notoriety
Right.
that they're wanting.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
true.
that's like that. The airport shut down there in Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
You know, from that fire, or under their electric fire they had underneath the, didn't